Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another video. This is my first tactics of FC24, EA FC24, FIFA 24, whatever you want to call it. I've done some before on FIFA 23. Didn't get too far in, but I had some really good tactics, really good reviews, and I performed really well in the weekend league with it. So, coming into this year, we're pretty early in. Game is just now releasing for most of you, I imagine. Now, I'm not going to be running the same formation that a lot of other people are running right now, which is all the 5-backs and 3-backs because they're banned. If you're someone that's interested in running the Pro League type stuff, you're not going to want to use them anyway because they're banned. And we're also going to avoid the 4-4-2. Basically, I'm never going to do any of them unless it becomes flat out that they're absolute meta. I'm not ever going to do anything that is complete meta, so if you ever see meta in my title, trust me that it's probably meta in my eyes and not actually meta. I'm a meta rat, but not a meta rat like that. This is the team that I've been using. This is 4-2-3-1 that you're going to be looking at. I don't change formation in game as like a default. And as you can see, the team is pretty strange straight away. It's obviously on my RTG, so we have Dybala as the RTG player, and we've linked him however we have. And I've really enjoyed some of these players that I'm going to be doing player reviews on in the future, particularly Brighton and Haaland. Anyway, into the tactics. Let's go take a look. I'm not used to the new fucking thing yet. Custom tactics. Now, you're going to be looking at this and thinking, wow, you're an idiot. A few things I want to talk about and explain as far as I understand it straight away. I am pretty happy with this right now. I will say I had some setup before that I think was pretty good, but it's probably outdated now. People finding new things and new ways to counter it. So what I will do is anytime there's new updates that are really good for a certain formation, you know, in a 2 or 3 weeks time or down the line, months or whatever, I will make a renewed video, brand new. Let's talk about tactics anyway, because that's what you're here for anyway. So I'll tell you straight away, we run balanced, we run fast build-up and direct passing. They're the 3 that I'm running right now. I would argue that you don't need to have fast build-up on. You could go back to balance, which is probably better. Keep it on fast build-up for now though. 45 width, 71 depth. 45 width keeps us a little bit narrower in defense. I find that I have a lot of gaps and it's really frustrating when people are abusing the wing. Just being able to find pockets of space, I would rather squeeze them out wide and have them try and cut in like that instead of just filtering their way through me, left back, right back, whatever. And the depth, 71, is for the auto press. Now, it's very confusing how this works right now. Some people are going really low, some people are going really high. I play with a really high line right now because I find it more comfortable and I feel like they press really well how I want them to. Fast build up, direct passing, like I've already said a little bit, you probably could be on balance with this. I just like to be able to move fast and I like the way that the passing build up is this year. So playing 1-2s, getting in behind, etc. feels pretty good. Again, balanced and possibly even balanced again on chance creation. I don't know how I feel about direct passing completely just yet. But if you want to play it safe, go balanced, all 3, it's simple. But if you're being a bit experimental like me, balance, fast build up, direct passing. 48 width, just a little bit narrower. I like playing it kind of wide. I did play a little bit wider before on 55. I don't think it worked out that well for me, so I've gone back down a little bit. Players in boxes, pretty much standard. Corners, free kicks, all standard. You can probably bring these down. It's not... I mean, corners are pretty good. Free kicks are pretty meh. And players in box, I haven't really tested much yet, but similar to last year, you probably don't want too many people just running into the box like that. Like I said, it doesn't change in game. We still play the 4-2-3-1. It's a pretty nice formation. I would argue that there's probably some better ones that I've tried before already, but this is the best one that I've found so far, just climbing up the ranks in rivals. 4-2-3-1. Now, instructions are where it gets a little bit tricky. If I didn't have Haaland up top, I would probably be having this striker on some slightly different tactics. But with Haaland, I typically play him on balanced, so let's go stay central, and I typically have him on like a mixed attack, but I have him getting behind right now because I want to get the runs going a bit more. I don't think you should use target player or false sign or anything like that. I would say that this is now becoming a bit of a permanent thing, which is what it would be for if I had a faster striker as well, like starting up top. Anyway, stay central, getting behind, normal, stay forward, blah blah blah. Pretty standard for a striker. I feel like you just want them to be up top and making the runs in behind. Now my cam is a little bit more difficult, it's a bit tricky. I have the evolution Noah Okafor in. All I have is him come back on defense because I'm struggling right now with defending, I think as most people probably are with the game. Dybala we have out on left wing, is just on free roam, same with Wright on the right. We just have people just trying to be a bit more creative on the wings because that's where a lot of my chances come from these days. and we have the cam come back on the fence just to stay a little bit more compact, a bit more narrow. CDM's a little bit interesting, so they're both on the same thing, which I don't think is a great idea. I do sometimes use her on deep line playmaker, but basically we have cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, cover center. Again, keeping compact, similar to how the start of last year was for me, tactics wise, etc. Staying really compact in the CDM role, getting them cut in those passing lanes. I do have Cuthbert here sometimes on deep line playmaker because she's a bit more box to box than Saicedo, but I'll keep her on 6th position right now. In the future, I probably will play about this more, especially in different formations, and seeing how that works. The next two are a little bit more interesting. I think fullback-wise, there's going to be different opinions for a lot of people. I have them on stay back while attacking, both of them, and I have them on overlap for whenever they do make a run, and they do sometimes make those runs. You could argue that they're on join the attack and it works well. I really don't know. I'm just struggling so hard defensively this year that I went to a super defensive formation, trying to stay compact in defense a little bit more creative, maybe attacking wing wise. You could flip. It's such an early game right now. I'm just going to give you what I use every day, and I stay back while attacking, overlap on both of them. Now the keeper is a new one. I've been on balance this entire time, but I think you should have him on comes out for crosses and sweeper keeper. I think that's probably a little bit better. I've seen a lot of people running that. I haven't tested it myself, but I would recommend trying it out because so many people say it's good, so that's what we're running. And now I'll be honest, there's not really extra game plans that I can offer you. These are all the default ones that I ran with. Until I start trying out other formations, I'm not really going to know what's super solid. I think 4-3-3-4 is pretty good. 4-4-2, obviously people are saying good, but I'm not going to try and abuse metas. I'm not going to show you 5 back, 3 back, unless feeling like being a little filthy views whore. I'm not sure. But if you do see me upload a video on the 5 back or 3 back, or if I do a 4-4-2 and try and be a meta rat, call me a meta rat, call me a filthy dirty rat. Anyway, yeah, they are my tactics that I run for the 4-2-3-1. If you have a team better than mine, or if you have a team worse than mine, I don't think it really matters. This formation does feel pretty solid regardless. Just make sure you've got fast players. We need fast players with good dribbling. If you want a quick review of Haaland, just before I actually do a proper player review on him, I don't think he's worth the money. I don't think he's worth 400, 500, 600k, whatever he is right now. You probably would do so much better with just a cheap Evo striker like Darwin Núñez or someone, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, you want good dribbling on your cams, you want a good bit of speed, and you want good pace on your striker as well. Shooting, finishing wise is not really that important with the way the goals are scored right now. CDMs, you want strong, you want pacey, you probably want height, I'll be honest with you. And playstyles play a really key role as well. Just on the height thing as well, I'd listen to me a little bit, just because it's obvious that you want a tall, strong CDM, but at the same time, think about how good someone like Kante was in their prime. It's FIFA, you know, the game's a bit dynamic. Play with what's comfortable for you. I quite like using a smaller CDM sometimes and having a bigger one elsewhere. Bit of preference maybe. But yeah, playstyles play a massive role in how the game actually feels as well. If you find people with like Intercept Plus or any other good playstyles plus, like technical for your cams or whatever, something like that, or rapid, whatever, use them. Even if they don't seem like that great of a card, you'll be surprised how strong playstyles are. Use your R1, RB dribbling as well. It's so important, and make sure you do left stick dribbling as well around the box. So frustrating to play against, especially with your fast pacey cams. That is sort of the tactics that I would tell you, and how to play a little bit is abuse the byline, try and abuse the wide cams that you have and get into the corner flag and make it difficult. Do your R1 dribbling and do the left stick dribbling as well. Just be a little bit more of a pain in the arse. And that is what I would say for 4-2-3-1, how to play it. There are my tactics. There's a little bit of a guide of how I would play it. Good luck. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.